So we follow this document basically. So whatever the commands, I'll just go through once so that people who don't have any idea or who don't have any previous experience on this domain, so they will have a basic idea at least. Okay. So anything anyone would like to say, or anyone was trying to say something? Okay. If not, we can quickly start. Okay. So this is my Linux server. If you guys have AWS account, you can launch your EC2 instance, or any sort of Linux environment will work. If it is Ubuntu, Linux doesn't matter, because most of the thing is similar. So you just need a Linux server where you can run all those commands. We will just quickly see one by one. Okay. Okay. So first, there is some few basic commands. First, whenever you log in into your system, okay, your entire file structure of any of the Unix-based operating system start with this slash. Slash means the root directory. Everything will start from there. So if you don't know the path, or if you would like to search any of the file, you can directly start searching from there, because this is the parent. You can say parent of the entire hierarchy of the operating system. What it means? So if I do, there is a second command. If you suppose you wanted to see the different files present in a directory, or maybe there is a different directories are present in one directory. If you want to list it out, then we have the command ls command. Ls means list. So in this root directory, you can see there is a different, right? Different commands is there, different files are there. There is a text file, folder, everything is present. So if you wanted to see anything, you can use the ls command. We have the different flag with it. If you do ls -a, then it will show the hidden file as well. So we know if anything start with dot, right? Suppose if there is a command called touch command which help us to create a file. Suppose if I create a file .env, if I hit enter, if I simply do ls, you can see there is no .env. But if I do ls space -a, then you can see .env is present now. So when you see the entire file system, or if you wanted to see the hidden files as well, in that case, we can use the -a command with ls. And if we do ls a and we add the l, then it will give the entire information. Here only we can see the file name only, right? But suppose if you wanted to see when it was created, what is the size, who is the owner, what is the permission associated with it, then we are going to use l command. So we will write ls space -al. If you do hit enter, it will pop up all the required information. We will discuss what is this. But yeah, here you can see the owner it rules. This is the size when it was created, finally. So it is providing the detailed information about it. So this is the ls command. To clear the screen, you can type command K, it will clear, or you can type clear, it will clear your screen. Now, second, suppose you are a DevOps engineer or a support engineer to enroll into client SSH, and you are working with the different logs, or you are at the different file path. Then you wanted to check your current path, then you can use the pwd command. Pwd stands for present working directory. As I said, I am at the slash directory, that's why it is providing the slash. So whenever you wanted to check your path, you can use the pwd command. We have one command cd. Cd stands for change directory. So if I do ls over here, we have the different folder or the directory. Suppose I wanted to go into this directory, then you can type cd and the directory name. Cd means change directory and home. If I do hit enter, here you can see previously I was at slash, now in slash home. And if I do pwd, you can see this is my location. And if I do ls over here, I can see the different file present over here. Okay, so this is a cd. If you wanted to go one step back, you can type cd double dot, it will take you one step back. Then again you reach out to this slash. So these are the basic commands to change the or navigate into the directory. So pwd, ls and cd we have seen. Before that, one thing, like you wanted or you have any confusion related to any command, not only this basic but any of the command, Linux having their own manuals where you can get all the information. To check the manual, you type man, and then suppose I wanted to check ls and how many flags we can use. Then we type ls command, manual for the man and the command name. And if we do hit enter, then it is providing all the information related all the flags. Here you can see in the top ls list directory contents. Description, if you use -b, print c style escapes for non-graphic character. If you use -c with it, sort by and so, c time, everything. Means with every flag, it is providing the detail. -a, it is providing for all. Do not ignore entry starting with dot. Right, that we have used. We have used L, use a long listing format. Similarly, you can go through all this if you required, or suppose if you wanted to check anything, you can use the manual file if you're providing the detailed information about it. And to quit from this page, just hit Q in your system and you will be out from that page. Now, again, I'll go this home directory. Okay, you can see ls. If you wanted to make a directory, the command is mkdir and your directory name. Suppose I write test, or suppose I write CSA. Hit enter. If you do ls, here you can see CSA is created now. Previously it was not there, yet CSA is there. Now I'll go under this CSA, right? ls, nothing is there. Now how we can create a directory? If you wanted to delete that directory, I'll cd one step back. If I do ls, if I wanted to delete this CSA, we type rmdir. Rm means remove, dir directory, and the directory name. By this, you can delete any of the directory. Okay, so we can navigate how to create a directory, how to remove a directory. Now, clear the screen. Now you wanted to create a file. Then we have the different methods. First, suppose if I do ls, then suppose I wanted to create one text file, suppose third.txt. So I first method is with the touch command. If you write touch and the file name, whatever you wanted to create, then it will create a file. It will just create an empty file. Nothing is there. If you wanted to add anything or write anything, there is a different commands. But what you wanted in a single command, a file will be created and you will be redirect into the editor where you can edit anything, you can write anything. Then you can use nano command. Nano is a editor basically. Nano, I'll creating creating a file 6.txt. If I hit enter, see it redirected me into a editor where I can write anything. So I will write hello, welcome to the Texas Academy. Suppose I just write it out simple name, and to quit in your keyboard, just write Control X. Here you can see this is the symbol of control, and here the exit. So you will write Control X. You wanted to save whatever changes you have made. I said yes, and then hit enter. So if I do ls, we have the third.txt that we have created using the touch command. We have 6.txt that we have created with the help of nano. But in general, in industry, we don't use this touch or nano. There is an advanced editor that we call vim editor. In Linux, generally we created the log file or the bash file where we write the code for the automation. So we use this vim editor, and suppose we write test.sh. So any shell scripting if you write, that extension should be .sh. It is not the mandatory, but it is the preferred one. So we write vim test.sh, hit enter. It will also opening a editor, but you cannot write it directly. If you wanted to write anything, it won't allow you to write anything. So in vim editor, first thing you have to write I in your keyboard. When you hit enter I, then here you can see it started the insert. Now insert mode is activated. Now you can write anything. Hello everyone, this is another test file. Here To exit it, there is a different method. In Nano, we just write Control X, then Y, then hit Enter. In your keyboard, you can see the escape button in the left top corner. You have to exit from this editor. You have to enter escape, then colon. Here you can see in the bottom colon, then WQ, and hit Enter. Then you will take it out, and the content that you have made changes, it will be saved. Now, if I do ls, here you can see third.txt was made with the help of touch command, 6.txt with the help of nano command, and test.sh with the help of vim command. So these three are the methods with the help of we generally create a file. Now, if you wanted to see the content of that file, then we use the cat command. Suppose I wanted to see the content of this 6.txt. I will write cat space and this 6.txt. If I hit enter, it will showing up the content under it. Hello everyone, welcome to the TechStart cat. Similar for if I for test.sh, it will give me the content of it. If you wanted to delete any file, similarly this rm command will work. If I do 6.txt, hit enter, here you can see 6.txt is removed. Similarly, test.sh, remove. Right. Now, we have seen how to create a directory, how to delete a directory, how to create a file, how to delete a file. Now, what I'm doing, I'm creating a one directory, suppose CSA. Okay, I'm going under this cd, change directory, CSA, hit enter. Now I am this CSA directory. Here I create, suppose I create 3 files. CSA1.txt. If you wanted to create more than one file at once, then you can directly type with one space and it will create different files. Suppose and hit enter. If I do ls, here you can see there is a 4 text file that we have created. Just ignore the content as well. So we have created a directory. We have created the different files. Under this, here you can see we are on the /home/cs. Right? I'll go one step back. What we have discussed, to delete a directory, we use the command rmdir. Right? Now what I wanted to delete this directory. So if I write CSA rmdir CSA, you tell me if I hit enter, the directory will delete or not?
It has to be emptied first.
Correct. If I enter, it will pop up one error message. Fail to remove the directory is not empty. So there is one method. You can go under this directory and remove each and everything, right? rm, then CSA1 dot. But in actual world, there is 1,000 of files, so it is not possible to write the name. So what we do, if we see there is no important files in an directory, and we just wanted to delete the entire directory. So one method to go into that directory and write the name. But it is a lot of manual process, and it is not the standard one. If there is 1,000 file, then you are not going to sit idle to write the 1,000th name, right? So what we do, we use one command rm with the flag -rf, then the directory name. R stands for recursiveness nature and F stands for forcefully. So this is saying remove everything forcefully. If there is in this directory, if there is one more directory, under that there should be file. So in a recursive manner, start deleting everything one by one. Then if I write rm space rf CSA, if I do hit enter, now it is deleted. Right. So this forceful flag will help you a lot. So we have seen touch, cat, nano, and the rm part as well. Okay. Now there is a two command, cp command and mv command. If you wanted to copy a file, we use the cp command. If you wanted to move or rename a file, we use the mv command. Let's see. If I do ls, here you can see second.txt, right? Just open the second.txt. There is a lot of file, lot of content over there, right? And if I go /mnt, if I do ls, what we do, I'll just remove first.txt and third.txt. Now if I do ls, nothing is there. Again I'll go /home where our second.txt is there. What I wanted to copy the second.txt from this location to this mnt folder. So I just simply write cp. If you are already in that folder, just write the name. Otherwise, it is recommended to provide the absolute path. Absolute path is starting from slash. Then under slash there is a in the name there is a file called second.txt. This is the source, cp, source file, then space destination. Destination is mnt. If I hit enter, then again, if I do ls /mnt, if I do hit enter, second.txt is there. If I wanted to see the content of this mnt second.txt, if I hit enter, you can see this is the content of it. So this is the way you can copy the command. Similar way, just remove the cp with mv, and it will move the file. And you know what is the difference between copy and move. Okay. So next command is find command. So if you wanted to search anything, any file, because when you are actually working, you don't know where the exact location is. As a team lead, I said, okay, check the kernel logs. There should be one file called kern.log. Go and check what is the issue in it. Once you know the location, then only you can open that, right? Then to find the location, we use the find command. Syntax is find. Then you have to provide the path where you want to start the search operation. So what I wanted, I don't know the location of this kern.log. So what I do, I just provided the slash where the entire file structure is started. So find dash, then we have to provide the flag dash name since we are finding something. So this word we have to write name, then the file name kern.log, and if I do hit enter, it will check the entire file system and it will provide you the path. Here you can see this is the path /var/log, and this is the kern.log. So this is very helpful command whenever you wanted to search anything. Search the path of any file. Then this find command will help you. Okay. Now viewing the and managing the process. Now this command will help you a lot. Sometimes in scenario-based questions also, someone saying some resources are holding the resources. How to release that? Right? We don't know which process is holding the highest resources. First, we identify which resources is holding the resources, right? Then this pu space aux command will help you. We write ps space aux, and it will come up all the processes running in your system. Right? Here you can see which user running which process. It is providing the process ID. This process, each process, how much CPU they are using, how much memory they are using, when it was started, what is the time, and what is the command. Everything it is coming up over here. Right? So suppose what I wanted, just take an example. We have done the SSH with the system, right? So what I wanted to check the process related to SSH or Nginx servers or Nginx or HTTP. Okay, so what we can do, we know this ps aux command will listed out all the processes running on the system. We use this vertical line. This vertical line we call it pipe. Right? So this is the pipe. What it does, it will take the output of the first command and make this output as an input for the next command. Next command, whatever we can write. So there is one more command that we call grep. Grep command helps us to filter out the entire output based on the words. What it means, I'll tell you. I'll just write suppose SSH. If I hit enter, here you can see in all the processes, we have got the output where this SSD is mentioned, right? So what this grep will filter out this word, and this pipe, what it does, it will take the output of the first command and make the input for this second command. So PSAUX providing the entire output of all the processes. This pipe help us to take the output and make the input for this, and this grep command will help us to filter out the entire output based on some keywords. Similar, if we do suppose error, we have one process as well where we find the error, and based on that we can do the further investigation, or we can take the further action, whatever we wanted to take. So this command will help you a lot in your actual world as well. What we do see to get it more clear, if you're talking about grep. So here you can see the war folder. Where? So in your file structure, whatever logs is generated, it will come under this var directory. So we will go under this. If I do ls, most of the thing will be recorded under this log, right? Anything related to HTTP, it will go under the www. See, we will go under this log file. If I do ls, you can see a lot of files, right? This cloud init or the message current.log that I was talking about, Nginx server. There's a lot of things, right? Just take an example of this auth.log. We check the content of it, auth.log. If I hit enter, see, there is lot of files, right? So this auth.log containing the authentication part. If someone is trying to access to my server, they have to authenticate themselves, right? So these are the number of attempts. Now here you can see, suppose what I wanted, here you can see this failed password for invalid user. What I wanted, how many invalid users are there? So what I have done, I just copy this thing, invalid user. I just clear my screen. Again I will write, okay, that auth.log. I know this is providing the entire output. Now I'll just grep that word, invalid user. If I do hit enter, it is just coming up all the information which containing the invalid user, and we can also see the a lot of invalid user attempt. No, this is a lot. See, there's a lot of files. It is started 23rd March, and today is only 29. Last 6 days, these number of attempts were there, right? And mostly they are coming from the same IP. 120, 120, then again 181, 181. So this is the way you can actually troubleshoot your issue. So this command will help you a lot. This pipe and the grep command. I hope it is clear, right? Anyone, any doubt till now? Anyone? Are you listening?
Yeah. Yes, everything's clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so PS command we understood. Now, so if you do PS,
Vikas, can you show me? Shows the installing of web servers like the Apache and the Nginx. How it works, and if they ask in the interview, like installing the Apache server and or Nginx.
see, I can't run the direct command over here, right? Because already it is running, so my production server will be stopped, or maybe some conflict. But I'll write it into the chat. To install Apache server, if you have Ubuntu or Linux, it depends upon apt or yum. So the command would be first sudo, or you can write nginx. Sorry. So this will just install the Apache server on your VM. After that, you have to write one command that we call systemctl. Systemctl basically a package which will help us to start any server, not the specific language, any server. Yum command will help you to install it, but start it to enable it. We are using, sorry, the spelling is correct, systemctl. Then we have to write systemctl, enable httpd or nginx, whatever it is. Then sudo systemctl start httpd or nginx. Then you have to write, just to cross verify, status httpd or nginx. So these are the commands. Like you can just say, we can first thing we can check if HTTP server is running or not. Then this systemctl status HTTP will work. Right. So suppose if I just check systemctl status and Unix. So the status is running up and running, right? Similarly, if it is not running, then it becomes inactive. There is a word called inactive and there is no different color. So this is the commands which help you to install the server, Apache server and Nginx server.
If you want to restart or pause or stop, we just need to change the status into a restart,
Restart.
or a stop. Yeah, okay.
No, it is a restart. Just change the word. Restart. That's it. Just change the word and it will work.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when you say system patches, so what commands you use for the system patches? To just to update this thing, or I just want to understand what is the system patches means.
System patches, we are talking in any of the reference or how it is, like any related to any resources.
Like when you want to upgrade a system or something, generally what it means of a system patches.
See, generally what is the recommended way? Whenever we log into the system, we should run this command, yum update -y. So if there is any, suppose, packages installed in your system and there is any latest version is coming, then all the latest packages will come.
Okay, so updating all these underneath packages means system patches.
System patches, sometimes what happens, it's more related to vulnerability. It can be, suppose, some of the security, related to security. Sometimes maybe, suppose your entire system is working on Python 3.10. Just take an example. You just try to update something which requires Python 3.11. Then you updated your Python. After you update that, your rest of the system whose dependency is on 3.10, it is not breaking up. So you just updated your system, but you started seeing a lot of patches. Right? It becomes because of the package dependency, the specific version dependency. Sometimes you are running some processes which holding a lot of resources. Suppose RAM, 90% CPU they hold, and because of that you are not able to perform another task. So it patches something. It can be related to vulnerability or some issue related, basically.
Okay.
Okay. Move ahead. If in this ps-aux command we are getting right set of information, right, related to memory and CPU. But if you wanted to see it in the real time, we have a very good command that we call it top command. If you just hit enter top, you can see everything should be updated in real time. Every 1 second, the information will be changed. In industry, this top command is widely used. So top command will help us to see everything in real time. Right here you can see the process, the user, their percentage CPU, percentage memory, time and command. This thing I will just forget what was that, the exact information. But yeah, these things will help you a lot. Generally, that's why we mainly focus on those 2 points. So control Z. Let's check the new kind of command. Here you can say display Linux processes. Top program provides a dynamic real-time view of running system. It can display system summary information as well as a list of processes or threads currently being managed by the Linux kernel. This program provides a limited interactive interface for process manipulation as well as much more expensive interface for personal configuration. The remaining table of content here you can see. So you can see the content, right? This is how much important this command. You can see each and everything, each and every details. You can easily find it out. So if you have any doubt related to any point, suppose if any specific information you wanted to know, check the manual page. So how good it is. Don't need to go any of the website or anything. Just come on this manual page and you will get each and every detail that is required. So this top command will help you a lot. When you actually stuck with any of the process or your system is not responding, then this top command will help you out.
Because when you say in real time, what is the other scenario, like non-real time? Like I did not get that. Real time means when your system is.
No, real time means as of now, suppose someone is also started some server, someone stopped it, someone killed it. So in real time, everything is reflecting over here. You can see it is keep changing, right? But suppose if you just see PSAUX command, it is not changing. So when you enter at that moment, what are the processes running, how much percentage CPU and memory they are holding, you will get the information. But maybe once while you are checking all the information, maybe some process are killed at the backend, right? Something may be changed or some processes, some new process were created. So you don't have information in the real time. Real time means with time, everything.
Yeah, got it. When the system, like it is actually changing with each point in time, you are checking it, right?
Yes. And top one, you can see it will change in every second.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay. Now we see the top command, and suppose we write it the top command, and we find out, okay, this is the process. Suppose this is a 19 process or any other process which holding a lot of CPU or memory. Just take an example, and we confirm that this is a background process which should be stopped 2 or 3 days back, but it is still running and holding the resources, and because of that, our overall system performance degraded. So at that moment, what we do is we identified that process. Okay, we noted down their process ID. We just copy the process ID. Suppose this is the process ID. We just copy it. Okay, and then what we do is we just kill it. Kill it means we are stopping or killing the process based on their process ID. So we generally write kill and the PID. But in general, sometimes some process is running over the backend and which is also associated with some other process. So if you directly try to kill it, it given an error. So what we do, we write -9 and the process ID. This -9 stands for forcefully. So if you wanted to delete any process forcefully, this kill -9 command will help. This is the same thing we have discussed earlier. So it is just to kill a process, no more, no less. We have one more command, htop command. Generally, don't come with the by default. So htop command, it's a just updated version of top command and has some good interactive interface. Here you can see some color combination and memory, everything. Right, here you can see the memory, what is the average load time when your system is up and running, uptime. You can see all these things over here. What process is running, right? So all the things you can see in the real time, but in more interactive way. You can see some color combinations. If there is any specific package or library, you can see in a different color. So htop is nothing but the updated version of top command. That's it. Now, related to permission. In the beginning, we have write ls -al command, right? This is the permission associated with your files. Now, just ignore the first word, right? If you ignore the first letter, not the word, letter, then you can say there will be 9 blocks. Just count it there, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, right? All these three having a meaning. What it means? The first three the permission related to the owner of the system. This second three, second three part, it is for any specific group, and then last three, it is for the others. If there is any other user or any other person who logged in into your system, then these are the information. Let's take an example. Let's go again here. See, we have created this, I think, third.txt, right? Let's check the permission of it. Here you can see this third.txt we just created, right? So it is a text file, then it will be, I think, dot. If it is a directory, then d will come. Okay. Ignore the first part as of now. Let's see third.txt we have created. So we can see the 9 blocks, right? What it means, when you create a file as a user, by default we don't have permission to execute it. As a user, we can write, we can read. R stands for read, W stands for write, and there will be some X. X stands for execute. So as a user, as a root user, I have permission to read and write, but not execute. As any of the group, like any group will try to access this file, they have only the read permission. They can read the content, but they can't make any changes. And suppose there is another user logged in into your system, then they also have the read permission only, not more than that. Okay, so this is by default when you create anything. Suppose we type on executable file. Suppose test read message. But what I wanted, this is my shell script, and definitely I need to execute it. At that moment, we need to change the permission. So first see the content of second.txt. I just clear that second.txt. Here you can see these are 3 things: owner or root. This is the pattern 3, 3, and 3. First 3 for the owner, second 3 for the group, third 3 for the others. It can be the user or anything. X stands for execute, W stands for write, and R stands for read. And even if they don't have such like keywords, they also have the numeric equivalent to numeric values. R, that means read, R is equally for 4, W equal value is 2, and X equal value is 1. So if you see something like this 344 or 755, if you write 344, you can understand the owner having the read, write and execute permission, means other group having the read permission, and others also have the read permission. If suppose you will see something 755, 7 means 4, 2, 6, 7, 7, means root having all the permission, then 5 means 4 plus 1, 5, means the groups having the read and execute permission, and other also having the read and execute permission. So you might see sometimes this type of numeric value, sometimes you will see X, W, and R. Okay, let's see ls minus l. Here you can see test.sh, we have these things. Suppose this is a execute, just I'll just what I does test.sh, I just open it, I insert from /bin/sh, and then I write echo hello. Okay. To execute a shell script, we have to write dot slash and the file name test.sh. If I do hit enter, what we have seen, permission denied, right? So as a user, I'm trying to execute this file, but when I check the permission, you will see I don't have execute permission, right? So this is one of the scenario. Interviewer might ask, you are the owner, you created a file or a bash file, now you wanted to execute it, but you are getting the permission denied error. Even you are the root user or you are the administrator, how to troubleshoot it? It means even you are the root user or the administrator, when you create a file, by default, user don't get execute permission. In that case, first thing you will check with the ls space -al command to check the permission. If you don't have the permission, then we have to add the permission. To add a permission, then we use the command chmod command. Ch means change, mod I think mod maybe. So it will be change file permission. So what we write chmod means we are changing the permission of a file. What I wanted, this test.sh root having the execute permission. If we wanted to execute, then we write 7, right? 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. And other, it can be by default. It can be, see, read it. I think 4, 4. Then I'll just write suppose 5, 5. And then finally, if I do hit enter, if again I'll do ls minus al, now you can see this test.sh. Previously, just compare it in a simple term, just compare it. You will see this is the test.sh here and test.sh here. You will see now the user or the root having all the permission groups. Previously it having only the read permission, now they also have the execute permission, and the other also read and execute permission. Now I clear the screen. Again I try to run the script. Now it is executed successfully and printing the hello. Right, so this is one of the scenario how to check the permission command. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Same if I do suppose ls, then we have the root user, right? So we have the other command that ch own if you wanted to change the file ownership. If suppose there is a one user abc, suppose generally we don't use that, but yeah, suppose there is another user abc, you wanted to give the entire permission of this file. Now everything that we are going to create, now root having the permission, owner of that file. Now you wanted to change the owner, then we use the chown command. Chown, then what is the user or the group? It is chown, then you have to provide the user or the group, whatever it is, and the file name, and your owner will be changed. Okay, we will see. But yeah, this is not that important, so you can skip. But yeah, if you wanted to check, we can check the manfix, and you will see changing the file owner of the group. So if you wanted to change the owner, you can directly use that. And for performing this, we need to create a new user, and that's why, and it will be a little bit complicated, but yeah, I will see. I think somewhere we need to create something, some user, then I will show how to create it. But yeah, just change the owner that we can see root, suppose abc, then we can change with the help of chown command. Now, file compression. These commands will help you when you have a large number of files. Now you wanted to compress it or make a tar file, make a zip file, then this command will help you a lot. Just see how to create a tar file. Tar file means similar to the zip file. Suppose if I do ls, first I just remove this second tar. If I do ls, so we have suppose these three, 4. So what I wanted to make a tar file so that I don't need to send someone these 1, 2, 3, 4 files. I'll just share one file and it will work. The other person will extract it and start using that, those 4 content. So what we can use, we will write this tar cbf, and then the tar file, whatever you wanted to create. Suppose I wanted to create first.tar, and then the file name from whom you wanted to create. So I wanted this first.txt, then second.txt, and third.txt. And if I don't hit enter, if I do ls, you can see first.tar is created. So first.tar is created, and you can now simply give it to someone. So with the help of this command tar space dash cbf, your tar file will be created. Okay. Just a minute. To list the content of a tar file, suppose you wanted to see the content. So what you need to do, you wanted to see the content of a tar file. Someone send it to you without extracting the tar file, you wanted to see the content. Then what you can do, just remove the C with T and the tar file name and hit enter. It will show, okay, first.txt, second.txt, third.txt, everything will be there in this tar file. So you don't need to extract it, you just simply use this command to see the content of it. Okay, and if you want to extract a tar file, similarly everything will be cleared. Just remove the t with x and the tar file name and hit enter. Everything will be extracted. So here the things will be repeated. So what you can do, just see the content. I just copy this first dot tar from here to empty. See this as empty. If I do ls, first dot tar is there, right? I just remove this second dot txt. If I do ls, then we will run the same command. And now if I do ls, you can see first, second, third will represent over. So if you wanted to extract some tar file, this is the command. Now again, next command is compress a file. Suppose you have some build folder, or you have some code which is 10 MB, 20 MB, 30 MB, right? Now you can't directly share it because the file size is too large. Then what you can do? So there is a one command fallocate also, but this I think it also works. Okay, ls, nothing is there, right? So with this command dd command also, we can create a file and we can provide, okay, we need to create the file which name is output dot which hold 10 MB of space. Like we are providing the base MB is 1 and the count is 10. That means the 10 MB. And just hit enter. Okay. ls. Here you can see the output dot, right? We have one more command, du-sh, and provide the name. It will provide the size of any file. So if you wanted to see the size, just hit enter and it will say, okay, this is the 10 MB file. Suppose if you wanted to see the same for the first.txt, if I do hit enter, this is just a 4 KB file, right? So we have created one file, output dot, it holds the 10 MB. So what we can do, we just create one more, suppose output one dot, and we increase the count to 100. If I do hit enter, if I do ls, and if you see the size of this output one dot, it holding the 100 MB. Let's try to compress it and we see how much this command will work. Compress a file, we just write gzip and this output one dot. If I do hit enter, looks like nothing happened. But if I do ls, here you can see in the red file output one dot gz. This is the compressed file, right? Let's see the size of it. How much this command compressed it. Let's see. Previously it was the 100 MB. Hit enter. Now see 100 MB of file now compressed into the 100 KB. Right. So you can see how much this file can be compressed with the help of this command. And this is very helpful when you are working with some of the logs file or something and you want to share that file with your teammates or any of the team member. That at that moment, this compressed command will help you. Gzip command. And to decompress it, we can simply use gunzip. Here you can using gzip and you can use gunzip command. Gunzip. Okay, before that, I remove this. Oh, sorry, I just deleted this part. Okay, no issue. So it will just unzip that gzip file. Okay, this gunzip file txt. Unzip your zip file. Sorry, compressed file. That's it. Okay, I hope it helped. Now, next command related to the networking. Sorry, network. So first thing, if you wanted to check the connectivity between your local system to the host system, the first command which comes in everyone's mind is the ping command. Suppose I wanted to check if, suppose you are searching something over the internet in google.com, but it is not giving the result. So it might issue at your end or the server end. It can be issue at any of the end, right? So if you wanted to check, okay, if there any issue from my system or the server, then you can use ping google.com. If you are getting this output in every second, It means your local system is able to communicate with the remote server correctly. What it means basically, your local system every second sending a package from your local system to the server, and that package will return back from the server towards your local system. So this is the, I think, time to live, or TTL means, like how much time it takes for the round trip time. So this is the millisecond. Okay, so if you are getting the output something like this, that means your server is also responding good. Just stop it, Control Z, and it will be stopped. And if you wanted to see the specific number of entry only, sorry, the command is C then 5 3 4 5. Okay, so you can see if you wanted to only 5 entries, then you can say 3 to 5 entries. So this is the command to see only the 5 entries. Here you can see 5 packets transmitted. Whatever package is transmitted, that number of received, 0 packet loss, and the total time is 400 milliseconds. So this is the way you can check the connectivity between your local system to the server. Send ICMP echo request to the network host. Okay. Ping command is trash route. So when the package is going from your local system to the server, it is not a direct communication. There is a different hopes, different routers through which your package will go. If you guys are learning the computer network, then you will get the more idea. There is a different routers from your browser, then it will go to the internet service provider ISP, then it will go to the servers, right? So there is a different, you can say, stoppage or the routers in between your local system and the server. So trash route command is providing the information about that. So you can see the IPs keep changing, 169, 153, then 103, then 192, 142, then again come back. That means first my server, my package will go from my local system to my Wi-Fi, then Wi-Fi to the another server, then another server to the different server. And each time, so here you can see one thing, just noted down this timings. It keep increasing. What it means, first what happens, here you can see the 30 hops. Hops means the points through which packet will go, right? So once I hit the trashroute.google.com, my first package will go from my system to my Wi-Fi, from my local system to the Wi-Fi, and again come back to my system. Then it will take a very less time. Then next package will go from my local system to the internet or the Wi-Fi router, then to the next point. From the next point, again they will come back to my system. Then it takes a little bit more time. Then my third package will go from my system to the Wi-Fi, then the next point and the next point, and then again it will come back. That's why it's taking much time, and so on. And lastly, the one package will go and touch the server and come back. Then it will take 1.7 milliseconds, 2.0, 7.6. So it depends upon the different routers. But generally it is the first less time, then again little bit increase in time, then again little bit increase in time. Then they find some issue at that router, then they find the another way, another path, then again it taking less time. So this is the way you can check. Suppose if from there onwards they are just showing the star, that means this is the IP address where there is some issue, because through that IP address from that router path or router location there is some issue. Because of that I am not able to connect with the server. Then we will investigate based on this information. So whenever there is an issue related to the local system and the server, this trash route command will help you a lot. Trash route command will give you IP address of each and every host, right? And here you can see it will try the maximum 30 points, 30 hooks. Reason behind that, sometimes what happens, the package will move to the circular manner, so it will stuck into the infinite loop. So if they do not limit it, the hooks, the package will keep on moving into the circular path, and it will be the infinite time. That's why it is saying if the package does the 30 hooks, it will be terminated. That's why it is saying 30 hooks maximum. So once you read it out more about the trash route command, it will give more idea. But this is the basic overview of it. I hope it is giving you a brief idea. Curl command fetch the content from the URL. Curl command, I'll tell you where we generally use. Suppose we are hosting something in our backend server. We wanted to check if anything hosted properly or not, if anything working on any specific server or not. At that moment, we check the curl command. Suppose if I write backend academy.com. So it is showing move permanently, right? Header one move permanently. If it is working fine, I just forget the path. I think it will be okay. The curl command basically help us to see the content of anything using the URL. It is a transfer URL. So when we are curling something, we are fetching the information based on the URL. So after the curl command, most of the time we use the URL. Okay, and that URL will help us to get the content of it. Let's see if suppose let's try. So it is providing some information. More permanently, right. Providing some information, right? 302 removed. The document header is document has moved. Okay, you can also check uptime curl command. In the rhythm of Linux mastering. Transfer data using the various protocol. Okay, this is this. Fetching data from the URL. This could be simple HTML pages from the URL. Suppose if I write, okay, that's why it is provided. Okay, curl https. So it is providing information. It can be the HTML format, right? Here you can see doc type, HTML, HTML tag, line, website created using create, react tag, all those things. So basically, it is a transfer data based on the different protocols. It is fetching the information using the URL. Okay. And suppose if you wanted to download something from the internet in Linux, let's take an example. Suppose if I go to this website. Suppose free CSS template. Suppose this is the Docker template. Right click, copy the link. Just take an example. If I do ls, you can see first.tar is there, no more tar file or zip file is there, right? So if I get wget, I'm providing the URL, I'm providing the URL of this zip file. And if I do hit enter, it will take some time. Now if I do ls, here you can see this mid plus late.zip is downloaded. So whenever you wanted to download something from the internet, we use the wget command. So wget command will help us to download a file from a URL. Okay. Now we wanted to see the interface related to the system. Then we use ifconfig command. By default, there is a two interface associated with the system, ETH0 or there is a one called IO. See, there is a two interface. If there is a more interface associated with your system, you can also see the IP address of the system. From here, you can see the net mask, broadcast, right? Receive package, all the things. Receiver package, transmitter package, errors, dropped, everything you will get a more detail about it. So configure a network interface, whatever the different flag you can use with them. Okay. Similarly, we have the IP header, so network interface and IP addresses as well, providing the same information that we have seen. Now, if config is not that much used, so we generally use the IP header. This command you generally use, or you generally see whenever you are solving some similar problem related to interface. Then this IP header definitely you will see this. Generally, now if config is not that much helpful and it is like deprecated divided. So these are the commands related to the networking. There is a lot of commands, but yeah, this is some basic point now we are discussing. So these are the networking commands. Du command we already used, but let's see. You wanted to see the information related to your disk, then we use du minus sh or any file name or anything. Right. So 491 MB it is holding, right? So if you wanted to check any specific, you can use this. I wanted to check this. It is holding 5 MB. But you wanted to see the disk structure of entire file system, then we use df space minus h. Dash h basically stands for the human readable form. If I do hit enter, you can see this is your root directory, right? 8% it is used. Available 90 GB, 6.8 GB is used, total 96 GB. And this is a different file system. You can use 3.9 GB stored by the TM PFS. Okay, this is the TMF /dev/SDA. This is the main mounted file structure on the system. /boot is holding some resources. So by this way, you can take a brief idea about your entire file structure. Sometimes you will see, okay, you try to run some of the system, but there is no enough storage. Because of that, the process is unintentionally stopped or dropped. Then you can check, okay, we go and check the df minus h command to see if we have this sufficient storage or not. If it is not, then we have to increase it. Then df command will help you to show the disk space using a human readable format. Show directory of files in human readable form, then we use the du command.
I'm getting confused. When to use df and when to use du?
df for the entire file system. Okay. And if you wanted to check file size of any specific file, then we use the du minus h and this htop. Then we use the du command.
Okay, yeah, got it. So du is just specific to one file. Is that the thing?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Display system information. We have a command uname. What is that? -a. So it is providing your system information based on your image that you are used. They're providing the information. Sometimes you will see ARM64 if your system's architecture is that way. Otherwise, basically, this is providing your system information. You can see, okay, this is the Ubuntu system, and I think this is the date when it was launched. This is GNU Linux file storage, something like that. It is providing your system information. If you wanted to check how long your system is up and running, you can use the uptime. You can see this is up to 26 days my system is up and running. Total there are 3 users, and average load on my system by all the 3 users, you can see 000. I think this is the time they are providing 1617. This is the timing holded by the UTC, because UTC is a international format. Like all the system are made based on this. We just convert it into the IST or the different time zone, but the system generally work on the UTC format. So this is the UTC timing. It's the evening 4:17:01. Let's check. Now 9:47. Yeah, see 9:48. It is 4:16:18. Same thing. It is providing 16:17. It work on the UTC time zone. Okay. Uptime. If there is a different users is working on a system and you wanted to check, okay, which user I am or which user in your system, then you can use a who's command, and they will provide the username. As I'm working as a root user, then it is providing the root. We have seen about the disk, right? Df command help us to see the information about the disk. But if you wanted to see information about the RAM, then we use the free command. Free minus h, basically for the human readable format. If you hit enter, you can see, okay, you have the total 8 GB of RAM, 1.1 GB is used, 1.1 GB is free, available total 6.6. Shared this month, and this is the buffer or cache we have. So this is the information. Generally, we use this total and how much is available. So sometimes this free command will help you when we check the memory, CPU, disk, or something. Okay, packet manager that we were talking about. If you have Debian or Ubuntu, we use sudo apt. If you have Red Hat system or CentOS or Linux, then we use the yum. So this is already we have talked about. Searching grep, we have already discussed about that. And also similar to the find command, we have the locate. Find the location of a file. Suppose type locate, we have a file called kern.log. If I hit enter, here you can see if anything related to the kern.log, log.1, log.2, log.3, they're providing the entire path of it. So you can also use the locate command instead of find, but both is fine. Whoami basically help us to display the current logged in user. Similarly, your administrator or the admin will providing you the role or the user information credentials, then you can check it out. So these are the basic commands, don't use let work. Here you can see
Just showed us who and who am I. Both are similar or different?
which one, sorry?
Who you earlier you showed us who.
Yes, who.
doesn't-
Yes, it is almost same. Who, just providing some more information. Who am I? Who am I simply name suggests. Who am I? Then I am the root.
Okay.
It is almost same. Okay, so admin, if you are admin, you wanted to add some of the new user, then you can see add user. Suppose add a user. I just type it Vikas123. Then it is asking me password. I write Vikas123. I write the password Vikas123. Everything you can keep it by default, no issue. Is the information correct? Yes. Okay, here you can see another user Vikas123 to add it to the user group. Now we wanted to change, then we type switch user su and Vikas123. Now you can see previously it was showing the root, right? Now you can see Vikas. Now if I write who am I, it will say okay, you are Vikas123. This is the user. So with the help of this add user command, anyone can create a user. Then it is asking for the password. You can change the password. To exit it, either you can write exit. Okay, you again come to the root, or you can also do the same su and root. It will also redirect you to the root user. And if you wanted to delete a user, then you have to type del was there, no? Yeah, del user Vikas123, hit enter, removing user Vikas123. Now if I try to switch the user Vikas123 does not exist. Okay, continue the required information. Okay, this is the way you can delete the user. Echo command, this is the basic one. If you wanted to print anything, you just write hello. You see, use the echo command. It will print whatever you put into the inverted comma. Next, clear command we have seen, and whatever command you have just write the history. It will provide all the commands. Whatever command you have put into the this CLI, it will list all the things. Here you can see all the commands, whatever we have today. Okay, so according to the document, that basic things are covered. We have some more commands. Just wait, I just remember now. Okay, we come to this /var/log, right? So suppose we have seen the auth.log, right? There is a lot of information. So what I wanted to see only top 10 entries. I don't wanted to see all the content. What I wanted only top 10 entries. Then I do the head command. Head command by default providing you the top 10 entries. Head auth.log, hit enter, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4, 10. So by default, it is providing the top 10 entry of this file. Similarly, if you wanted the last 10 entries, then you can tell head and tell command. It is providing the last 10 entries. Here you can see last 10 we session open for this, right? One more person is added. Like I was talking about everything related to authentication stored into this auth.log. Here you can see change user, delete the Vikas, remove from the group and everything. So these things are stored over there. and if you wanted 10, 20, or any specific number, so here you can simply write that value. Suppose I want 15 dash 15, then hit enter. It is providing the 15 entries. So head and tail command will help you in that case. Suppose you see some system got failed. Okay, so rather than going to all the document, what you want, okay, this is the log file. What I wanted, I just give me the last 50 entries of that file, and I will list it out. Okay, I will see, okay, this is the top last 10 entries. And suppose in the last 50 entries, suppose I wanted to check anything related to error. Hit enter, there is no error. Suppose invalid, there is no invalid entry. So something like that. So it will help us to see the last entries from a file. So if I do cat auth.log, it is providing a lot of information. So it becomes very difficult for me to read it out, right? So instead of going through all the content, what we can use more auth.log with enter. Now only one page is open. Now I hit enter in my system. Improves my readability of the file. Right? Similarly, rather than more, you can write less, and it is providing the same information. Right? Any of the command you can use, providing the same information. So generally, we don't write directly reduce. What we do generally, we use suppose this auth.log, and mainly we use this pipe symbol. Then suppose we write a mode. Also, it will work the same manner. Okay, it is almost covered the Linux basic or essential command list. Okay, anyone, any doubt, anything?
I have. Sorry. So just now you showed head, tail, more or less. So this work in real time, or like for real time means my system is failed right now and I'm checking by the time, or I had one scenario based question like your system is failed. Your customer is complaining his system is failed 1 week back, and now you need to check its log and details. So in which case this head will works, like in current, or you can see the like past.
Generally, in current scenario, it will work. But suppose if it is a past, suppose see this is the advanced command, but I'll give it to you. Just okay, we open the auth. Okay, auth.log. We have a lot of files, right? Today is 29th of March. We go to the top. Okay, just leave it. Okay. Now you can see till 29th of March we have the logs, right? Now just take an example of 23rd. What I wanted to check, how many failed attempt, just related with your questions, how many failed attempt happened with my system in between 23rd of March. Suppose this is the timing. Okay, I just copied it there. To suppose okay, just take example of 25th. Okay, so I wanted to check how many failed attempts were there in between these two timings. Okay, so what I does, there is a command called save command. I'll just need to check the exact syntax. Just give me time. Save sentence. Just a minute, I'll tell you. There is a save command. I just forgetting the syntax, but I'll tell you. Just a minute. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I like seed, single comma, then backslash, and suppose I wanted to check this time first, then that, then this, then comma, this, ending time, uh, slash, uh, I think T or something over there. I just forget the exact syntax. Okay, that's it. Seed or seed. Okay, one thing is missing somewhere. Okay, it is providing the entire information. Wait. Okay, I'll tell you. I just given some syntax, but yeah, I'll give you the detailed information. So what I'm going to do as of now, I'll tell you. So what we do, we just filter it out. First, we will just filter it out the two time between, like all the command in between the two time interval. After that, we will segregate it based on the keyword, and then we will filter it out which column we need. Suppose if we write less, so what I wanted is IP address, or we wanted to see the any specific error based on in between two timings, right? Then we are going to use it. How to do that, I'll tell you tomorrow, next session. We just need to see the syntax of seed command, otherwise it will work now.
Okay, and when history work?
History is just for your reference. Suppose you are deploying something or you are making something, right? So you helped with your senior, you took the help from the senior, or you took the help of your chat GPT. Just take an example. But you are running hit and try, and it works. You don't know how it works. So you wanted to know what is the command you run, right? So then history command will help you.
Okay, yeah. Got it. So how often we use all these commands in day-to-day practice?
See, this less more, this command will help you, right? Because you have to analyze the file. That top command will also help you a lot. Free command, df command, and then this trash root command, ping command. So these are the most common. These commands won't help you much, like this creating a file, deleting file, changing the directory. These are the basic ones. But definitely ping command, trash root, df, free command, and the top command, htop command. This command generally people use. Not a CPU, RAM, and the memory, like room and RAM. This so anything related to these three will be like useful.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Do you have any recommendation where we can practice all these commands?
Recommendation: nothing. Just log in into your system. Try to implement as much as you can. Go through the understand the output of each and everything. You can ask in ChatGPT. Suppose just take an example. Suppose you go on the ChatGPT, give me some scenario based questions based on top one. Here you can say identify the high CPU usage, killing a high CPU usage process, scenario, question. So by doing these things, you will get more values.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
In interview, when they ask Unix, Linux command questions, do we have to type or write those questions when we are sharing the screen?
No. you have to just write it. Okay, if they are asking some question related to CPU, then you will point it out. We can use the top command, and when we run the top command, it gives me the process which holding the resources. Then with the help of top command, we can identify which process holding the highest number of CPU percentage. We will check. We will note it down the process ID. We will check if it is not useful for us. We will kill it. So you just make this story. You don't need to write it.
Okay, so it's kind of explaining the.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, wait, I'll try one more time. Save.
For this particular question, excuse me.
Yes.
Yes, for this particular scenario, can you also like grep we can just write grep, then we can write the date, like today's date or the month, and the file name. For example, the auth.log, the full path, and then after that we can pipe that, and then we can take the output of the previous command and then use that output as the input of the next command, which we can write grep failed login attempts, or like whatever is written, yeah, failed password.
Okay, so
Yeah, I can just I'll just write it in the chat.
Okay. This is suppose one date, and suppose this is the another date. Okay.
Yeah, can we do this?
So what it does, it will just give the failed password scenario on this specific date.
Yeah.
What I wanted the in between 2 days.
In between 2 days.
Yes, to any specific date, like 1st of November to 1st of January, something.
Okay.
It will definitely give the output.
Okay.
But only for 29th March. What if I wanted to check how many failed attempt was there in between 29th March to 29th April? Getting my point?
Yeah, I got your point.
Okay. Now let's see -n. Okay, thank you, Mandir. I think -n will work. But yeah, let's see what is the pattern. So it is just a pattern thing. Nothing else. Then again this 5. Okay, it's now 3. You can find an auth.log. Something is missing.
If we are not using the command, then we can also use for loop for this particular scenario, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
things can be achieved with the one command. Then why you go for the entire shell script, right?
Correct. So can we just include, suppose we want to check between March 20 to March 22nd. So can we just include all the dates which we want to check inside the command using grep?
Give me the output where how you are saying.
All right, I'll give you the command. Yeah.
Okay, great. See, this, suppose I'm talking about from 20th March to 20th April. In that case, we have to write March 20, March 21, 22, right?
Yeah.
Seed command will help you with. I'll just. This is the almost done. Only then one thing is missing. Just a minute. Syntax is very. Okay, that's it. Just a single proposal. Now you can see 24 to 23 to 24, right? we don't have any 25 at that time. So till 24 we are getting everything, right? So what we need, suppose, just take an example. What I wanted this IP address, nothing more, nothing less, right? In these details, I wanted this IP address. Just see the command. We write it there. We get this output. Now there is a command called cut command. Cut command basically what it does. Cut command will take only one input. But how? We use -d. It is basically for the delimiter. Delimiter, it means what I wanted to make everything in single entry based on the spaces. So what I do is cut -d and I'm providing one space under this inverted comma. So what it does, like basically what this command will do, if they find any space, this entire make one entry, then there is a space. Then again this entire thing make one entry, then again a space. Then again this make is one entry and again a space. So rather than symbol or character, it is making an entire sentence a single unit. You can assume this is 1, then space, this is 2, space, this is 3, space, this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7, and this is the 8, right? So based on the spaces, I have segregated everything one by one. Then -f means which position you wanted to capture. -f, I forget the exact word, but yeah, -f you can use. Then I wanted to capture this 8 part, so I will write 8, right? So if I hit enter now you see only IP address I'm getting. And suppose if I'm wanted to see how many counts are there, I will write wc, means word count -l. You will see 941 entries out there. And if what I wanted only unique number, then if I do hit enter, we will see only 99. Means out of this 941, only 99 are the unique. And there is one more command that I forget to tell you. This is the symbol. Symbol means redirected. So what I wanted to redirect the output of this command to suppose /home / we are making suppose IP. If I do hit enter, looks like nothing happened. But if we do and go to this file, enter, see that 99 others there. And again, suppose if I remove this word count, and if I hit enter, then again I wanted to check, you will see this file containing the unique IP addresses. So this is very helpful command. With the help of 3, 4, 5 command in a single row, you can achieve anything in Linux. And this is the exact question asked in most of the DevOps interviews. The exact same question. And this is the same answer.
So in this type of questions, we just need to tell them the command, or like what should be the approach to answer these questions, like scenario questions?
Just make a story of the command, nothing else. Just tell the commands and it is enough.
Mm-hmm.
What you can do here, we can achieve the cd command. There is a one more command that is awk. And with the help of awk command, we can do the same. Like suppose so you can just need, okay, with the help of save command, we can also achieve it with the help of sed command. So it is just optional. Provide the same command using awk. You can achieve the same result using awk as follows. So this is the same pattern. You just need to understand the pattern, nothing else. So this is the optional part you can add. We can also achieve by using this. We can also achieve by using this. So this type of things will be there. Rest, if you are able to write that long, suppose commands, then you are good to crack any of the interview. Okay, any other doubts? Anything?
No, we are good.
Okay, if there is no doubt, I think we are good to wrap up. So how was the today's session, guys? It was helpful, or you guys already know those commands that we have gone through?
We knew it, but there are so many advanced things to know. So it was a very good session.
as I'm
Yeah.
new to Linux, so it was a very good session.
Thank you, Asha.
Yeah, we can create more scenario-based questions for ourselves and think about it, how to answer those.
Definitely. And only these commands will help you. Like we can see the different commands, and we will see one more session on the Linux advanced troubleshooting commands, and I will share some of the scenarios as well. Then you will be ready for the interview, any of the interview. Trust me.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. I think we are